Well, no, I don't talk to my dad, but I don't bust his balls. Like, hey, why'd you leave mom? Huh? You fucking loser. Anyway, nah, you're all right. You're a good guy. You're a good guy.
And welcome back to another episode of Asian Not Asian Podcast, a podcast where two Asian guys not from Asia talk about American issues no American cares about. I'm your host, Fumi Abe.
And I'm Mike Nguyen.
Today is Saturday, August 14th, coming at you from all over the America. Once again, we are a global operation.
That's what we do. And if you're listening to this on the podcast app, take a picture of your screen, post it on Instagram, tag us at Asian Not Asian Pod, leave a review, subscribe, do all that stuff, all the influencer shit. Okay, leave a review on the podcast app. Give us 5 stars and then shit talk us. Mm-hmm. We haven't had a review in a long time, Fumi. I want to hear what people think. All right, we love getting reviews, so please leave one. Also, we're on YouTube for you Gen Z kids who are edgy or whatever.
It's a vibe. It's a vibe. It's a vibe, and the vibe is YouTube.
Hey. We're on YouTube. No cap.
I could totally see you being like, smash the review, right?
Hey guys, we're the slaps. So please check us out on YouTube. Like and subscribe us there. Hit follow on Spotify, and of course, please tell your friends because that's the only way people will ever hear about us. So
yes, word of mouth is king. Before we start the show, we always do a Patreon shout out. What that is we give a shout out to our newest Patreon subscribers by guessing their ethnicity purely based on their last name. Go to patreon.com/AsianNotAsianPod to join this. And in exchange for your money, you get things like a shout out. We slide into your DMs, bonus episodes. It's all good stuff. So go to that website and please support us financially. It is the best way to support our show because we're completely independent and we have no money. Here we go. This guy, he just DM'd me. I guess we forgot to do him, even though.
Oh, really?
I don't see how that's possible because I'm so responsible. There's no way this is possible.
It's very
but here we
true.
go. Solomon Wagner.
Solomon Wagner. Okay, you got to guess. I got to guess. What do you got?
Well, I knew a Korean kid in my high school named Solomon. I think, and Wagner is Jewish. So is he half Korean, half Jewish?
Yeah, I want to say, I'm going to go out of left field. I agree with you on the Korean, because Korean people love pulling from the Bible
they love Bible.
A reference.
Yeah.
But then Wagner, I knew a dude named Wagner. He was actually Brazilian. Weird.
Brazilian.
So I'm going to say this is a hot Korean Brazilian dude.
Woo!
Well,
thank
smoking
God we can't,
hot, Solomon.
Thank God we can't see your face, because otherwise we'd be jerking off right now. Am I right?
Am I right? I know.
Okay.
Am I right?
All right. Took us like 3 minutes. That's the. Okay. Next we have Megan Mizokami. This is Japanese American as hell, man.
Japanese as hell, dude. This person lives in Ohio. This might be your neighbor or something.
Okay. This is interesting. This sounds like a pop star.
Yeah.
Denicia? Denecia. Denicia.
Yeah. It's like the name of like a Greek demigod, like the priestess Denicia.
I'm gonna go Laotian. You know why?
Whoa, huh?
Because well, you know me. I've been reading up on the Southeast Asians. You know how it is.
You really have.
You guys are a little ornery with the guns and
ornery with the guns. What are we like Yosemite Sam? Yeehaw! We love us some Secret War.
This seems like I don't know. I don't know why I have this image of like a Southeast Asian mom in America. She's young. She just came from Laos or whatever, and she's watching a lot of BET. She's confused about America, and she's gonna go ahead and I think she like is trying to create like a fusion name, and I think this is like maybe like a Laotian Hmong vibes. I'm getting that vibe.
Yeah, I do. I'm gonna let it slide. I'm gonna go with that. We're gonna go with Lao woman.
Yep. What if maybe it could be a guy? I don't know. Okay. Yeah. Well, guys, just a reminder: this game is very hard to do if you don't put your last name. Some of you guys are like, "You're being so offensive right now." Well, you didn't give us your last name, so I had to make a fantasy.
Did you know this? In Malaysia, I think it's in Malaysia. A lot of people they only have one name.
What do you mean? They don't do last names?
It's very common to have just one name. There's not a first name, last name. There's a lot of Malaysians.
Why didn't you say so earlier? This is a Malaysian person.
Well, I was really enjoying your Lao explanation. That was I thought I was like, okay, well, let's see where this goes. And it went nowhere. And I was like, all right, well, that's where we are. So this
all
is
right. Next we have, this was an easy one. Alex Tran.
Okay, Viet.
Viet.
Although Alex, that's an unusual Vietnamese name. Okay,
you sounded so disappointed, by the way. You're like, Viet.
a little bit. Yeah. Shouts to Alex.
Art Koshi is our last guy. Art. Ooh, wasn't that a politician that you voted for recently?
I voted for someone. Maybe this is the guy. Maybe this is. I think that was Art something else. I think that dude was Chinese.
He was like running for governor or something.
Yeah, no, he was running for like city comptroller or something.
Oh,
like that.
yeah.
College kid.
Yeah.
I don't know if I don't think this is him. I don't think he won, but so Art Koshi, is that a Japanese name though?
Koshi, maybe. I mean, you know how when it sounds Japanese, that we're not sure. What is the answer? It's Nigerian. This guy is Arthur. He's a Nigerian fan. I think what happened is he saw my name and he was like, "Oh, brother," and he logged on. He listened to our episode. He's like, "No, not the same brother." But he was already in the game. He got swept up in our comedy, and before he knew it, his pants were down. He was on Patreon.com/Asian.AsianPod.
Yo, shouts to all of our Nigerian friends who are confused. Okay, Fumi Abe is from Nigeria.
Hey, thank you guys so much for donating. We love you. Please go to patreon.com/Asian.AsianPod if you want us to guess your ethnicity based on your name. Moving on to the main topic of this week. Hey, we started doing this last week. It's been a good time. We're gonna keep doing it. We Mike and I were Asian American, but it's hard to be Asian American because once again, I'll quote Mike Nguyen, being Asian American is like dividing by zero. Okay,
doesn't make sense.
It's undefined, my guys, and
undefined, my bros.
Every week we try to define what it's like, and so we like to ask each other what kind of Asian we were this week in hopes to find out what it really means to be Asian American. So, Mike, what kind of Asian were you this week?
Yo, this week, I was an insecure Asian.
And just to clear, it doesn't mean you got casted in the HBO show Insecure. This is something way sadder.
That would make me a secure Asian financially. I'm an insecure Asian. But insecure because, so this is like your second week gone. You're in LA. We're obviously still recording on the podcast, and that's totally fine. On Zoom, which is totally fine. So people keep coming up to me and going, Mike, what's it? Mike, are you going to be okay without Fumi around? And I thought I was okay. I was like, yeah, it's fine. But like after like the fourth person asked me, I was like, should I not be okay? Am I not okay? Am I not going to be? People are like, Mike, what's going to happen? It's like, it's like when a white woman gets divorced and they're like, oh my gosh, Helen, are you going to be all right? And she's putting on a brave face.
Yeah.
But she doesn't know if the prenup is gonna hold or whatever. So it's gonna be crazy. So I've been a little insecure because I always tell people I think you and I individually are funny, but when we come together, we're Voltron. Okay,
Voltron,
we
baby.
become or whatever. Pick whatever you want. We're the thing, the Dragon Ball Z thing. Fusion, and we become like this super powerful. You literally sometimes when we do comedy, you stand on my shoulders, and we become really. we become the hottest version of Asian guys, which is over 6 feet tall.
Yes.
Over 6 feet
Finally,
tall.
we are
Asians.
6'3". Yes.
Finally, we're 6'3" because individually we're only 3 feet and a half. So we, it's been weird. So I've been trying to. We still have Hack City, which you guys should come to that. It's August 21st. And that's a stand-up show. And then I'm trying to have another separate Asian Not Asian live show. Mm-hmm. And that's going to be, we've done some live podcasts before. And this is, we've done like kind of variety show style, game show style, like talk show style, all these different things. But I've always had you there.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing, is that put you and me in a crowd, in front of a crowd that is like not... just like even likes us a little bit, and we're gonna be fine.
We'll be fine. We'll figure it out.
We're gonna fuck around. You're gonna say something inappropriate.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to backpedal out of that, and that alone, that's the show. That's the show. That's perfect. But without you there, it's just gonna be me, and I've got to get like other people in, and it's always a risk. We have a lot of friends in comedy, but you just don't know how it's gonna be. Like when I had Young Me co-host at Hack City with me. Fortunately, it was great. But she's a very strong energy, okay? It's like if you're summoning a demon, all right? That demon may listen to you and like grant you all your wishes, or that demon is going to eat your soul. and you don't know which one it is.
You don't know. You took a
All right?
gamble. Yeah.
You took a gamble, so I'm kind of an insecure Asian. How about you, Fumi?
To me, that sounds like you're a gambling Asian. But yeah, I see what you're saying.
Gambling Asian.
Yeah, I think if you're looking for words of comfort, I have none, but I think you'll be fine. I think it'll be great. This week I was a second place Asian, Mike. A second place Asian. You ever been a second place Asian? You know what I'm talking about?
That's my vibe, baby. That's my vibe. My vibe is like, third place, maybe first runner up. That's the first one.
So I was second place Asian because I moved to LA. Like I don't know. I guess it's I moved here on the 1st. I guess it's been 13 days, which is crazy, or 2 weeks. And I've been doing some shows here and there. Thank you everybody who's been having me on. It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure coming to your show. And hey, New York Comics, we've got a new comedians, I think it's a double-edged sword being a new comedian because we are very funny, but we don't know business at all, right? And so I think I think the stereotype, I'm not saying this is true, but the stereotype is that LA people are like, they just like are a little bit more in tune with the business, But the general vibe is that if you're a new comedian, you can go anywhere in the world and you're probably going to be the funniest person in the room or the show, unless you're with like Bill Burr or something. So I'm on the show. Everybody's doing great. It's a cool show. Really cute show in like Santa Monica. My God, the shows out here are so fucking cute. I can't get over it.
What do you mean cute? You mean like you like light bulbs hanging from the ceiling? Cute?
Yeah,
like
like you get drink tickets, but everybody's getting like a cocktail that's $19. Like it's just different.
Right. It's not just like a gin and soda that's served in a dirty silo cup. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So it's really like the vibe is great and everybody's doing well. But hey. I'm gonna be a cocky Asian for a second here because I'm allowed to be once a year. And hey, I've been doing stand-up comedy in New York for a while. I can hold my own. All right, so I do this goddamn show, and I do very well. I go there, I close the show. I do very well. Very, very well. Probably the best out of the lineup. And I'm not even flexing. That's just what happened. I will give you my facts. I'll send you an MP3 file, okay?
An MP3 file.
Go ahead and measure.
What a way. That's like a rapper is like, hey man, hey, don't fuck with me. I got an MP3 file. It's loaded up already in Dropbox.
Yeah.
Okay?
Get out your what is that? Whatever the meter is, you can measure the amplitude. Get that out. And anyway, so I do very well. And usually in New York, when you have a good show, a lot of people talk to you after the show.
Yeah.
And including hot women. Okay?
Yes.
And now, I'm not trying to do anything with the hot women, but that's the New York vibe, okay? Listen, me, you, and our guest today, sure, we're handsome to a degree, but outside the comedy world, we're not. We're ogres, right? But when we're on the stage and we're destroying, we are tens. We shine bright, okay? So
dude.
I'm coming off a hot set. I'm getting ready to talk to some ladies. No one is coming up to me. No one is coming up to me.
You ain't shit.
They're all coming up to this other comedian who was like, he was also really funny, but he's also a model. And they're all talking to him. They're all fucking talking to him. And I'm like, what's happening? What's happening right? And I mean, it is a lie. Some people did talk to me, but there were these two little minions from UCLA Film School, and they wanted to network, and they wanted to see how they could become a writer's assistant or something, And I was like, I don't want to talk to these like the young kids, I can't fuck, like what is it? I mean, like this is pointless,
This is just like when you go to the gym and you're like, I'm lifting weights, and you're like, dude, I'm gonna lift so much weights, and so many chicks are gonna talk to me. Yeah, it's gonna be so awesome. And then when you get to the gym and you're like doing your thing, and the only other people who come up to you are like other like gym dorks who are just like like the
incels.
Women aren't even there. They're out they're actually doing Peloton. They're actually somewhere, they're not even paying attention to you.
Right.
Okay.
So that like was such a, I don't know if it was just this show or whatever it is, but to me I was like, oh, maybe this is LA. You know what I mean? Maybe because in New York the funny guy wins. The funny guy wins in New York, okay? And that's why that's why fucking Jerry Seinfeld has a show. That guy's ugly as hell. I'll say it. He's ugly as hell, bro. But he's got a show and he gets girls. Okay.
Well, you know what it is? I think it's New York. We care about the craft. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're the people who made Jerry Seinfeld famous. We're in.
It's not even like I would venture outside comedy too. I think in New York, if you're like a guy and you got like a little interesting, if you're like a weird looking guy, but you got a little, I don't know, maybe you like make hats on the side or something, or you do something kind of funky.
Yeah, there you
or
go.
You like specialize in 1975 hip hop dancing or like something really specific like that. You know, people are gonna like hot girls are gonna be into that. But here it's like no. It's your body and your face. And I forgot. I was reminded. I was like, oh my gosh, like we're not in Kansas anymore. You know, this is
we're in the valley. Yep.
Yeah.
We're somewhere
and
else.
I would also like to say I was maybe also a little bit of an insecure Asian because I was like, I have no chance surviving in this world if people don't care about my talents. This is all I got.
Yeah.
You know what I
Really
mean?
is.
If I have to survive on looks alone, I can't do it. Get me out of here.
No.
You know.
Just fly back here already, bro. Get back here. I think I think that's always like the stereotype about New York is New York like couples. It always is like to me it always looks like it's a beautiful woman and then a man who clearly has dirt on her. That's like the couple.
Yeah.
Right? That's like you're like, what is going on here?
Yeah.
That's always like the mix match. But then in LA the couples are like, we both have good Instagrams.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
That's what it is.
Yes.
Maybe the dog also somehow the dog's more good looking than you are, Fumi, and it's just like, is this how it is? He's pulling off that leather jacket. He looks good.
Swear to God.
What can you say?
This is so funny you mention the dog because there were like, so in the green room, some guy
Was there a
came in
dog on the show?
Someone came in and was like, look at this dog room, or like he said something about a dog, and I thought he was saying like a racial slur or something.
Yeah.
I was like, nobody comes in and be like, look at these dogs. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, it's all white people except me. Like, am I the dog? Like, am I a Shiba Inu? But I'm looking around, and there's legit like 17 dogs, and they all the comedians brought their dogs. So and they all the dogs look like they have more money than me. It was insane.
no.
It's an insane place.
Have you thought about though just introducing yourself as a Shiba Inu? Because that might help your career in LA. Think about it.
The hottest Shiba Inu in town, dude.
Yo, hottest Shiba Inu.
Damn, I gotta do that. But anyways, I definitely want to ask our guest about what kind of Asian he's been this week. And man,
He's hot.
This week's guest is hot. Is he comedy hot? I can't really tell. I think he's also regular hot, but I don't know.
I think he's regular hot. Shut up.
Shut the hell up right now. Shut the fuck
hell
up. Okay. Listen,
The ugly guys are still talking.
Listen, a lot of people are like, when are you gonna get David Chang? When are you gonna get, Hassan Minhaj? When are you gonna get Ali Wong? Well, boy, do we have a surprise for you. We went the opposite direction this week, boys. We took a risk by this week by booking say it with me, a straight white guy with a ponytail. Okay,
Woo-woo!
It's a very big deal. This is a first. This is Asian on Asian history right now. We're making history. He's a great friend of ours. He's a comedian, actor, Italian. That's all you gotta know about him. Give it up for the hilarious Peter Revello.
Woo woo, Peter Revello.
Yes. Hey. What's up, my boys?
What's up, man?
What's
How
up,
you doing?
dude?
We've been wanting to have you on the show for a long time. And
Am I the first white boy?
You
the
are.
first
You
white
are.
boy?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
we love it.
you
We love
are.
it.
We always knew you would be. We just didn't
That's
know
so
when
exciting.
took
Yeah.
us 3.5 years to be like, I think it's time.
we were like, you know
I think
what?
it's
We need more diversity
Yeah,
on the show.
I know.
And we need a white boy from
By the
Staten
way,
Island.
and some of our fans might know Peter because we've had him on our the Zoom Hack City and stuff like that. And I remember Pete, maybe you want to tell this story, but one time like a fan was confused that you weren't Asian or something like that, right?
They were upset.
Yeah. What did he say to you? I don't remember.
And it's just something like, he's not Asian. And it's like, well, yeah, your eyes are working good. Because,
Did he DM you or did he say this to you in person?
no, I forget what it was, but it was unpleasant. It's just like,
So I was
I don't
like,
know what
hey,
to tell you, man.
damn.
Yeah. We wanted to have you on here because we've honestly wanted to have you on here for like a long time.
Long time.
And then we just kept getting
Oh.
celebrities on instead. No,
Right.
we
I've seen who you have on this podcast. Easy
Yeah.
now, all right? I've seen on the off weeks. Give me
on
a
the
break.
off weeks. Exactly. So we want to have you on here and because I think this podcast, it's about people who we like, honestly. The best episodes are the people we like and the people who have like honestly influenced us in whatever way. And you, Peter, like we go way the fuck back, right?
That's true.
We would grind. I would see you. This is back when I was like a freelancing bum. I would see you like at the 3 p.m. open mics at fucking
Karma Lounge.
Karma
Auto Shrunken
Lounge.
Head.
Oh my God, Auto Shrunken Head. That everywhere that smelled like urine, I would see you, Peter. Fumi, do you remember how you met Peter?
I do, but I have two stories
Is it
about
no
that.
fun bar? Is it no fun?
I have two. So I had a pleasant experience meeting him, but
That was always nice to you.
but I later learned that Peter did not have a pleasant experience meeting me. And I'm about
Oh,
to call
yeah, I
him out.
hated you.
I'm about
I
to
hated
call you
you.
out, you bitch.
Really?
I'm about to call you out, you fucking bitch. Okay.
I remember
Yes.
now.
Okay.
yeah.
So
Yes,
this is
now
the
we
way
have
I,
a show.
this is what I remember. This is what I remember. I remember Peter is, and we don't mean this in an insult way. There's a term in comedy called the comics comic, which is a good thing. It means
is.
you're
Yeah,
so
you make no money. It's
It
so
means
easy to
that-
make no money.
who's a comics comic? An example of a comics comic is like Louis C.K. Everybody called him a comics comic, right? It's
All right,
just like
don't compare me to... What are you doing? What are you doing?
Wow.
Louis C.K., Bill Cosby, Chris D'Elia. These are all comics comic. You fill in the
Yes.
blanks. I'm not going to do any
Yeah.
more explaining. No, it means that, and it's like, I think you can use this for other professions. You know, you're a porn star's porn star. You're a glassmaker's glassmaker. You know, you're so good at the craft that
You're true
you're almost
craftsman.
too good for the regular ass consumer, but other people in the industry respect you because they think, oh, I could never be that good at crafting a joke or crafting a glass or whatever. Whatever. It's an artist to
glass.
artist. It's an expression. And so when I first saw him at like in a bathroom when we were all doing an open mic around a urinal cake,
Yeah, I know.
I was like, this kid's got it.
For like $10,
Yeah,
too. It
I was
wasn't
like, this
yeah,
kid's.
You had to pay.
The cakey mic? Yeah, that was a good
the
mic.
cakey
Yeah.
mic.
The cakey mic?
Yo, I was like, this kid's got it. And we were so intimidated. I was like, I'll be friends with this guy. And, when I said hi to him, he was obviously very friendly because he's not a psychopath. And he was like, oh, nice to meet you. And then we started seeing each other a lot in the comedy scene. And here we are.
Yeah.
But later, when I became friends with Peter, he told me that's not the way he saw it. The way he saw it is when he first saw me, he saw me at the urinal cake mic. I was talking to another comedian. I was like maybe a year in, maybe 2 years in. Couldn't have been more than a year and a half in. And I was blabbering on about some comedy festival that I applied to. Okay. So
there
because
you
back
go.
then, like I didn't know how to get credits or like convince other comedians I was okay at comedy. So you applied to a lot of comedy festivals. Some are scams, some are very good. You just don't know. But in the beginning, you apply to like the scammy ones that are like in New Jersey and you pay $30
Right.
to apply. But back then, I think, the email that says, congratulations, you got it, even if it's a scam, it keeps you going for another year. It's like another person believes in me, even if I paid them to believe in me, And so I was like talking to some other comedian about like some comedy festival, either was applying to you or got in or something. Peter overheard me, didn't know me, and thought, who the fuck is this
I was irate.
He was like,
Really?
who the fuck is this
What did you-
amateur comedian talking about
This is-
comedy festivals? Like, who the fuck does he think he is? He's
This
not even
is-
good.
This is why Peter is a comics comic, okay? He's like, it's not about your credits. It's about what you can do at the urinal cake.
Okay,
all right?
what's
Step
your
up
riff
to
on
the
the
urinal. Let's see what you got, okay? How clear is your pee? Let's do this. That's why you're a comics comic. Peter, tell us the story.
Yeah,
What did you-
explain
what did you
yourself.
think of Fumi?
We were online to do an open mic at the Grizzly Pear, and I see Fumi just talking about, oh yeah, I got at this festival, and I was like, who the fuck is this? You got a festival, really? What the fuck you still doing here? All right, so I was very jealous and angry.
I love it.
And then I've grown to love Fumi because I realized, it's like that festival is probably pretty shitty.
I'm surprised you were able to. I'm surprised you told me that. That's a pretty personal thing you told me.
Well, yeah, because that's how it starts. Like that's how you start most relationships as a man. I feel like you start with hatred, and then you can only go.
Yep.
You can only go in one direction.
You can only
That's
go
true.
up after that.
Right?
You start from hatred.
That is so
Well,
true. Straight
Did you
guys.
guys like each other when you first met? Because I feel like my closest friends, I hated them at first. I'm like, this person's a fucking scumbag, and then
I feel with Fumi and I, we're curious about each other, and
Yeah.
but you're right. There is a little bit of, and this is like an Asian thing, where if you see another Asian in a place that's not Asian, you want to kill that person because you're
yeah.
like, this is my space, this is my thing, these are my whites, these whites.
These are my whites. Get your
To
whites.
infiltrate their white circle, you know how many fucking I don't know, like
how many mayonnaise?
concerts. Yeah, how much mayonnaise I had.
You had to just chug.
I had to just chug mayonnaise until they became friends with me, and then invited me to their chug. You know, so that's you do start from a place of you know, like, what's going on here? Who's this guy? Oh my god, feel this out. Yeah, I feel you there. Do you remember how when you met me? Because I don't. For you, I
remember your outfits and your act. Like you used to wear like you had really tight jokes. And then like camouflage, like orange camouflage. So I was like, what is this guy doing?
Yes.
He's a grown up.
Yeah, that was it called me a grown up. What an insult. I remember for you were the only person I remember we would do fucking what's that comedy club that's on 24th?
New York.
There was an open New York. And we would do the mic that was like consistently one of the worst mics.
It really was.
It was like almost like amazing how bad it always was. And then I remember you would be the only one who could make it even a little fun. You would go up and you'd be like, "Is this a mic or is this a party?" And like,
it's
was
amazing
just
how
so good.
How many times I've gone back to open mics being like, "Wait a second, it can't be that bad 20 times in a row." Like each week, I was like, "There's just it's scientifically impossible that it would be this bad. Like it's got to be better this week," and you just keep paying them money.
You go to 20. You go to 20 funerals for for dead puppies, and one of them will be a banger. One of them will be good.
Right.
One of them is going to be fun. But no, all these comic mics are bad. I mean, so you know, it's interesting, Pete, that we talk about how, you know, your anger.
Yeah,
Because-
Pete.
Yeah.
And I've learned this because for you have this energy where people can't tell sometimes if you're mad at them or not, because you have such. I know
Is
you're
this
not.
like an intervention for my
It is.
career?
No,
we
So I
haven't
don't
even come
understand
to the
what's going on
intervention
here.
part.
We're gonna
we
have
haven't
an
gotten to the
intervention.
intervention part. Okay, we're gonna save white
Listen.
men one man at a time.
We
All right?
gotta have
That's
we
what
gotta
we're
have an
doing.
angle somehow, Pete. You thought we were gonna talk about open mics for 50 minutes? Hell no.
Yeah, what the fuck
we're
is
gonna
this,
talk
man?
about your white anger. Okay, we're
Your
gonna talk about
white
your
anger.
white anger. We're
I
gonna
just call it anger.
Pete.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, you know, going off of, you know, how when you first met me, you know, it was anger, right? And you just admitted yourself a lot of your male friendships start with anger, and that's why I can never tell when you're actually angry at me or if this is just your way of surviving or just like navigating through the world. Example, I'm gonna call you out again. Example, recently I invited some friends to a goodbye party. And this is what you texted me. I put a screenshot here. This is
Good.
exactly what you texted me.
I'm not ashamed.
You said, you sent an email to let me know when you're leaving. Disgusting. What
Getting
happened
angry
to us?
all over again.
What happened?
Okay, what
You spent-
do you
said,
mean
what
what
happened to
happened?
us?
Send me an email. We spend time together in a car. You know, we cross state lines, and then you tell an email like I'm a business associate. Disgusting. Okay.
Pete, I told you before that. But again, I didn't know if this was like, because this could be very Pete very angry, or this could be white anger or anger as you call it, or are you doing a bit? I could never tell with you.
You know what
It's
it
a
is
bit-
too,
it's
though.
a
Is
bit
it?
of both.
But you know, is this like an Italian? Because I know you guys, and I mean you guys, you people.
This is
I mean
good. Yeah.
Italian Staten Island people.
Yeah.
You guys are always what I've heard, busting your balls, busting people's balls.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we
You
don't.
read-
I
you
don't.
read
I mean,
those
I do
books.
that. I do that sometimes. You know, but like, yeah, according to the text that I've read about Italian Americans, you guys bust each other's balls all the time. Like this fucking guy here, this and that. Hey, I've seen The Sopranos. All right.
Yeah.
Yes,
Is this
you
like
have.
a thing that just y'all do all the time?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
I don't necessarily do that to. Well, I do to some of my friends, but not all of my friends. But like, is this like just kind of how it is? Like you talk to your dad like this and all this shit.
No, I don't talk to my dad, but I don't bust his balls. Like, hey, why'd you leave mom? Huh? You fucking loser. Anyway, nah, you're all right. You're a good guy. You're a good guy. No, we just that's what you do. That's how you pass the time. You just get high and make fun of the people who are closest to you. And then
How do you? I mean, so then how would I be able to tell if you were actually mad at me? Is there like
Yeah.
a difference? I mean, there is a difference, right?
It wouldn't be funny. It would be like
right.
if I was like Mike. What like if I lower my eyebrows, I'm just like Mike. what are you doing, man? It's like, then say, I'd be upset. But I'm like, Mike, what the fuck? You're acting like a jerk off. Then my eyes rise up here.
Yeah, you call me a jerk off.
Yeah, pay attention to the masturbation references. That's when you know.
Right.
That's when you know.
When he has read the same books you have about the,
yes.
the
Italian American
between Italian American. You're right, exactly. Yeah.
Well, Pete, we wanted to have you on because, like Mike mentioned earlier, Mike and I, we're two straight Asian guys, and what's unique about straight Asian guys is
Allegedly.
that the
Hey, he got us again with the Italian American thing.
Hey, come on, you're my family.
Actually,
what
before
before
I get into this, I want to talk about Mike. Let me ask you this: I feel that in many Asian cultures, we don't bust balls, or we do,
We don't.
but it's not like in the same mean way as a lot of my white friends, and that's why maybe sometimes I can't really do sarcasm because we don't really. I don't know how to describe it, but we don't go that mean when you roast each other.
I
in
know
Asian
what
culture.
you mean. I think it's because a lot of different cultures got this. So black people, they got the dozens.
Yes,
they can kind of do that. Peter's got his, and Peter Americans have got their eyebrow thing that they do apparently.
Yeah.
And I feel with Asian people, we'll say stuff that's mean that is just like too real. You know what I'm saying? Like if your mom is really being mean to you, she's not joking around. She is really wondering what's wrong with you.
Yeah.
So I wonder if it's that. I mean, I do that with some of my guy friends, but I feel like we kind of had to learn it a little bit, It's not something I learned from my parents.
I still get uncomfortable doing it to my friends, even though I
gotta stick an LOL in there.
I joke, but I always think make sure that I'm making fun of myself. I feel so uncomfortable. I'm not a ball buster, I'm a ball caresser.
I'm not a ball buster either. I'm not a ball buster either. I mean, I'm always afraid I'll see other comedians, and sometimes they have jobs where they're like a construction worker, or they work, whatever. And I'm like, oh man, I wouldn't be able to do that because I feel everyone would always be making fun of each other, and I would be most uncomfortable about that. I would be like, I don't know, I can do the job, I can get a carpenter's license or be learning about plumbing, but I'm just not quick on my feet. Talking about each other's dick size.
You get it, man. You get it. You
get it, man.
Yeah.
It can't be that hard.
It's not that hard. I mean, these people have fucking GEDs. What do you think? You can't hang with them and a fucking a
Look at that.
I'm sure you'd be able to, the Vinny, the iron worker. I'm sure you'd be able to have a good retort. I'm sure you could think of something.
This is why we love you, Uncle Pete.
Love you,
and this
Pete.
is why we have you here.
We have you here.
Why we call you Uncle Pete.
And listen, the point I was trying to make is that straight Asian guys, and Mike, I think you'll agree with me. The entire world hates straight white guys right now, but straight Asian guys, we have a weird relationship with straight white guys. We love them and hate them at the same time. We have a soft spot for straight white guys
you
because
you guys are our Shiba Inus, So
it's so weird to hear this because it's like, Fumi friend, Mike friend, and then I get Fumi being like, we also hate them. We also hate them.
I think specifically straight Asian guys have a hard time openly bashing straight white guys. I know I do.
I mean,
because
You
we
don't seem to have a problem right now.
Because you grew up with you kind of raised us. It was forced, but you raised us. We were raised by straight white guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
So you hate your father. Very
And so that's why we invited you on, because we actually wanted to make sure. Here's the thing. We want to talk about mental health with you. We want to make sure you're doing okay. Because I think in 2021, if you're a straight white entertainer or somebody pursuing the arts, there's like
super hard.
There's like two options. There's like two options. You quit or you go alt right. That's not crazy to say. You go alt right.
And I'm going alt right. And I'm going. I need to make money. Do I believe the vaccine is real and helps? I don't know.
There you go. You just got a whole bunch of fans just now because you said that.
Right or wrong. I'm a free thinker. That's all.
I'm just asking the question. I'm just asking the question. I'm a sovereign citizen. What can I say? Hey, do I have to pay taxes? Not according to what my reading of the Constitution. No, I don't.
So how you doing, Pete? Are you doing okay?
Well, mentally?
Yeah. How you doing? Because it's a grind, man. Comedy's a grind.
It's a grind.
Yeah, it sucks. No, comedy's cool. I like doing it. Everything else about it is pretty trash. But
Yeah.
boy, when you actually do it and you do well and people like you, you're like, now this, huh? But
Yeah.
everything else is pretty shitty.
Shit.
But, I don't know. I like it. I still like it. I'm going to keep doing it. I'm not going to go alt-right because I think it'd just be too easy.
Yeah. What do you what do you think about? Because we have peers who've gone alt-right and gained tremendous followers.
Name some names.
I mean, anywhere from like. But what I mean by alt-right is it's not necessarily like political.
Like the free speech warriors.
It's just dumb. Does that make
Yeah.
sense? You go around and you say dumb things. And
Well, I don't know who to align myself with because I seem like these are my two options. I either get or I can be fucking. It's like both are equally unappealing.
yeah.
It's
Right.
just horrible. You know what I mean? They get the people on the free speech people who are like, you can't say nothing right anymore. That's bullshit. It's like, yeah, but you're not funny. You know?
Yeah.
It's so boring. And then the other side, it's all like, I don't know, white guys suck, which we do,
Right.
but not all the time. Yeah,
Right.
Come on,
Yeah. Hey.
We got some good things about us. We raised the Asian men, so that's kind of cool. We don't get enough credit for that. Fumi said that. I didn't even say that.
Yeah. That wasn't even Peter. That was apparently we're all little Tarzans raised by white men.
Whoa, didn't say, Tarzan has a bad
Oh, that's right.
connotation.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, Pete is the most woke one on the podcast right now.
You're so
He's
woke
the
right
one.
now, bro. Listen, Mike, you know me on the podcast, I like to laugh like an insane person, spread joy through jokes and
Yes.
inappropriate comments. But is that how I feel on the inside in 2020? Absolutely not, Mike.
No, man.
It's a dark mess in here, dude. Sometimes I'm really sad. Sometimes I'm a little depressed. I'm really stressed. And I think a lot of people with the pandemic, they're not really sure about job security. And that's a huge source of stress for a lot of people. And I think if any of our listeners feel this way, they should check out our sponsor, BetterHelp. BetterHelp will assess your needs and match you with your own licensed professional therapist.
Connect in a safe and private online environment. It's so convenient.
You can start communicating in under 24 hours.
This isn't self-help. It's professional counseling.
Send a message to your counselor anytime.
You'll get timely and thoughtful responses. Plus, you can schedule weekly video or phone sessions.
Woo! All without ever having to sit in an uncomfortable waiting room. You know how those waiting rooms can be, bro.
BetterHelp is committed to facilitating great therapeutic matches, so they make it easy and free to change counselors if you need it.
And it's more affordable than traditional offline counseling, and financial aid is available.
Licensed professional counselors who specialize in depression, stress, anxiety, relationships, sleeping, trauma, anger, family conflicts, LGBT matters, grief, and self-esteem.
I want you to start living a happier life today. As a listener, you'll get 10% off your first month by visiting our sponsor at betterhelp.com/Asian. Join over 1 million people who have taken charge of their mental health. Again, that's BetterHelp, HELP.com/Asian.
But I just want to say about, straight white guys. Yeah, right now in like LA and New York, it's not like the cool thing to be. But you go 10 miles south or north of both of those locations, and white guys are the only people getting road work. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I went
that's true.
to this club in Connecticut, and you see all the faces on the wall, and it's like, really?
Right,
Really?
right,
See,
right.
there you go. There you go.
Really?
What
It's
do you-
all white guys.
Okay.
So,
There you go.
it's important to
This,
keep that
Absolutely.
in mind, too.
okay, that's
Absolutely.
interesting. So this thing happened recently. So do you remember? Do you remember that incident that happened with Tony Hinchcliffe and that Asian comedian?
Yeah, bro, that was fucking despicable.
Okay, so
Yeah.
do you know what happened after?
Well, no.
Okay, so what happened after? So if you don't know, listen to the episode we did with Feeling Asian, part 1. We talk about it. But this is for our listeners, not you, Peter. You already know.
I'll listen to it.
This white comedian went up and started calling the opener of his show, who is a Chinese comedian, the C word and all this stuff. And it went
his
viral on
name's
Twitter.
Pang Dang. Yeah.
Pang Dang is his name. And let's make sure we give him a proper shout out. Pang Dang.
Yeah, finally.
Everybody look
Pang
him
Dang.
up. Great guy. Don't even know him. Great guy. So anyways, he posted on Twitter. It goes viral. And people are upset. And Tony gets canceled, right? But, and by canceled, I think his manager dropped him. But what I found out this week through talking to a lot of comedians out here is that Tony then got like 30,000 new followers or something. His podcast is bigger than ever. And
great.
then Pang got banned from a lot of comedy clubs in the South, especially in Texas, for tattletelling, for being a narc. right?
Right.
So in a way, like, it just goes to reinforce this idea that like white guys like can't lose right now, you know?
No.
Same thing happened with Shane Gillis, right? Like getting canceled, you
That's
better
like the- that's
fucking
like the best thing that could happen to you.
You better pray to God you get canceled. If you're,
Yeah,
you know what I
that's
mean?
very true.
And that's why we're here, Peter. So go ahead, say what you want to say.
Go ahead, go nuts. We're gonna try. We're gonna that's a great show. That's a great show. idea.
Hold on, give me a
Yeah,
second.
go
I have it
ahead.
written
Yeah,
down.
go ahead. Let's
It's in
play
my
let's play
diary.
racist Mad Libs. Chinese people
Let's
are
go.
yeah.
We should have a game show called Get Canceled. You know,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
with,
yeah,
Mike, with Mike and Fumi, we try to get you canceled because that's the best thing that can happen.
And
to a white,
we
white
have
entertainer.
we have a barometer of how much Patreon subscribers you're getting towards the end of the show.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. Yeah, there you go.
That is super depressing to learn that.
Yeah. What do you think about all
he's-
that?
What do I think about it? I think it's disgusting. I don't know. I mean, it's fucking horrible that you get to, you can say a slur and people will be like, yeah, you're speaking your mind and you're a true
Yeah.
individual. And it's
Right.
it's
Yeah.
disgusting.
But you know what's stupid is like
You do.
I'm
Most
gonna
people
pi-
are fucking stupid.
I'm gonna piss off some people by saying this, but there's no equivalent on the left, right? There's no.
What do you mean?
Like, okay, so you mentioned earlier, you're like, right now, if you're a white comedian, you have to be problematic or super woke, right? If you're problematic and you get canceled, you get stronger, you get a bigger
Yeah.
fan base. But if you're super woke and you get canceled, you can never work again, right?
It's true.
So that's why it's like not fair. The left doesn't know how to, I don't know, forgive
They
or
like to eat
whatever.
their own too. Yeah, the
Yeah,
left likes to eat their
it's
own.
fucking sick. The left is like it's like a I always to me it's like the left has like a cancel cannon, but it's only pointed at themselves. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
yeah, I
Like,
know.
Oh,
it's
shit.
so stupid. Like so that's why I think the
It's
right
like
keeps
Daffy
winning.
Duck, and like he shoots the
Exactly.
the shotgun,
Yeah,
his feet
and he
goes,
goes
that's
around,
basically-
yeah.
We keep
Yeah.
shooting ourselves, and so I don't know. It's just like the whole thing is very frustrating. I think I don't know.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's what are you gonna do? I mean, they the only people they can cancel is the people that they have control over, who they can feed or give jobs and stuff. So like we can control who gets canceled because they're in our sphere. But you go outside of that, it's like you have no control.
Exactly. And that's what's so like, even for us, Mike, today I saw that somebody posted on Instagram was like, why did you like at so-and-so's post? He's a racist or something, you know? He's the video guy for Andrew Schultz's podcast. And I didn't respond to that.
I see.
But I mean, I don't
Someone
know.
asked you that?
Somebody commented on our Instagram. I was like, why'd you
My
like,
God.
why'd you like this guy's, he's the video editor for Andrew
Because
Schultz.
we're racist. That's what you say.
Because we're racist.
Because
But the
we're
thing is,
also racist.
let's just say like that blows up or whatever. We're done. We're not gonna get 30,000 new followers. That's it. And that's why like
No, I don't
It's
think
just-
it would work that way.
no, but that's just an example. If we like made a mistake and we got canceled, that's
So,
it.
Let me get this straight. You're asking what bad things do you have to say to get more followers? That's what it sounds like.
That's what I'm-
Let's
What's the
figure this
equivalent
out.
of being canceled for a left person?
That's what I'm
Maybe-
saying.
That's a good point. I feel like maybe
You have to go after
yeah.
women. I think you can't go on racial grounds. You have to go after the skirts.
Oh, God.
Your cancel meter just went up a little bit. Good job,
cancel
Peter.
meter.
You just gained 10 more
That's
followers.
our game show.
Hell yeah! Hell yeah!
It's called
All right,
Cancel
let's
Me,
go
Bro.
let's go for the bonus prize.
Brah.
Yo.
Brah.
What up? What up?
How many subscriptions do you think you have? You pay for right now,
Including the
Mike? Like,
ones
talking
that
like Netflix.
including the ones my wife doesn't know about, like 20.
Yes,
Easily.
dude. I mean, and how many do you think you're actively using?
Dude, like 3, maybe. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy. So you're literally wasting like hundreds and hundreds of dollars every month, money that you could be contributing to the Patreon. If I'm being completely honest, with you.
It's
You could
true,
contribute
but
to
you
your
know
own
what it
Patreon.
is that a lot of times these subscription services make it like super freaking hard in order to cancel it because it's like buried in something, or you got to do some weird
Right.
thing with like 2 different phones to confirm some ish like that. It's crazy, man. All right?
Absolutely. And what we gotta do is we gotta fight back against scammy subscriptions with TruBill.
TruBill is the new app that helps you identify and stop paying for subscriptions you don't need, want, or simply forgot about.
On average, people save up to $720 a year with TruBill.
Because companies make subscriptions hard to cancel, TruBill makes it incredibly simple. Just link your accounts and TruBill will cancel your unwanted subscriptions in one tap.
And your TruBill concierge, is there when you need them to cancel unwanted subscriptions so you don't have to, and maybe other things if you're nice to him or her. Ooh.
No, it's very fancy. Yeah, man. I use TruBill. I canceled like a whole bunch of stuff. It saves me like $30. It saved me like $30 a month. I'm gonna save like over like $300 this year alone, man. It's crazy.
That's amazing. What are you gonna do with that money, you think?
I'm probably gonna just buy socks.
Nice. TruBill has over 2 million users and helped save them over $100 million.
Ooh-wee. Okay, don't fall for subscription scams. Start canceling today at TruBill.com/Asian. Go right now, TruBill.com/Asian. It can save you thousands a year. TruBill.com/Asian. Oh man, what's that? What are you drinking there, buddy? What are you drinking? It looks dank.
Bro. This right here is Sanzo, which is the first Asian-inspired sparkling water.
Whoa.
Their drinks use real fruit like calamansi, lychee, and Alfonso mango to deliver a refreshing taste. No added sugars, artificial, or natural flavors. Sanzo's mission, if you're wondering, is to bridge cultures by connecting people with these authentic flavors.
Yo, I've been hearing about the Sanzo shit, man. It sounds real good. They use real fruit puree, no added sugar, completely flavored and gently sweetened by real fruit. And that means the flavors have less than 20 calories and less than 4 grams of sugar. So it's real low sugar, bro.
This is in. If you're not drinking Sanzo, you're not cool right now.
You're not cool. They got all sorts of really good flavors like lychee, mango, calamansi. I just learned what calamansi is. It's this delicious, the golden lime from the Philippines. And that is not made up. That's real stuff, man.
Sanzo recently teamed up with the Marvel Studios to celebrate the release of Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings with limited edition lychee collection featuring characters from the film. Simu Liu as Shang-Chi, Awkwafina as Katie, Manger Zhang as Xialing, and Tony Luong as Wenwu. I apologize if I mispronounce any of those names. It's not that I don't know who you are. It's just that Simu Liu's abs are way too hot and I'm getting distracted. 5% of all sales will be donated to CAPE, Coalition of Asian Pacifics in Entertainment, an organization dedicated to advancing Asian American and Pacific Islander representation in the entertainment industry.
For 10% off your order of Sanzo sparkling water, visit drinksanzo.com and enter code Asian Not Asian at checkout. That's drinksanzo.com and enter code Asian Not Asian. First of all, it's everyone's favorite segment. It is Das Race News. And usually with Das Race News, we keep it focused, Asian American, Asian centric, news. But sometimes we want to break out and we want to do, big mainstream national news. And now we can finally do that because we got a straight white guy here. And now with him,
Unlocked.
you know what you are. You know what you are, dude. You could be our Fergie. Okay, to our Black Eyed Peas.
Black Eyed Peas.
You know? You know what I'm saying? We had you on there. The three of us, we kicked the world by storm. But we wanted to talk to you about the big news. Andrew Cuomo, governor of New York, resigned. I'll read a little lead here. Governor Andrew Cuomo of New York said on Tuesday that he would resign from office, succumbing to a ballooning sexual harassment scandal in an astonishing reversal of fortune for one of the nation's best-known leaders. So he put in his 2-week notice, which I don't know who he puts it to because he's the boss of the state. So I don't know who he's reporting that to. And then he's out of here. And yeah, I mean, Peter, you've had some and one thing that the governor would say in different media outlets, he kind of was insinuating that, hey, I'm too Italian. This is not just how it is. I'm an Italian guy. This is what I do. And he would kind of say, hey, I'm a kisser, I'm a hugger, whatever the fuck it is. Hey, listen, you're from the South Shore, okay? You know about trash Italians. And you know about this sort of thing. You've tweeted about it a few times. Wanted to get your take on it, Pete.
My Cuomo, he's a good man.
And cut. That's great. Perfect. I think we got it.
100 more followers.
Cancel meter. Cancel meter.
Keep going.
I'm just saying, no, it's all alleged. Now this is racism. This is real racism. There's a lot of fake racism in the news.
Oh my God,
but this
1,000
is real
followers.
Racism.
You're racking it up.
Real racism.
Wow.
It was pretty funny here. I'm being I saw someone sent me this video. And it's the montage of him explaining himself. He's just I kiss everybody, I hug everybody, black people. That kind of hard. Right? There's a video of him just. it was really.
God.
He's I may have or may not have. Bella Vita, ciao Bella. It's
What is
You're
this? He's just
insane.
naming girls? What does that mean, Ciao Bella? What does that
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I forgot. It just means like beautiful life or like beautiful face.
I thought he was
wow,
like
you're so pretty.
Monica.
Maybe,
Fucking.
yeah, Monica.
No, those aren't names. Those
Like
are
a
just
rapper.
things.
Yeah.
Those are just like very trite Italian expressions, like oh, bella vita, it's like beautiful life because I guess he was around the smoke show.
Oh,
He
I
was
see.
excited.
There is something like, do you know people like that who? I mean, it is in a weird
Yes.
way like
Really?
who. Because
I
you know,
am that person.
excusing their behavior on, hey, I'm Italian. As
That's a good
as-
excuse. I've never heard that before.
It's so funny. I mean, it's
I'm
fucked
not a
up, but it's
pervert,
funny.
I'm just Italian.
Yeah.
Lock me up. Lock me up. I'm a guilty man. I've drank too much Sambuca, and I like Dean Martin. I guess that's a crime. Guilty. I'm a guilty guy.
Yeah, you have a fun tweet. Is it a crime to enjoy cured meats? Is it a crime to say gravy instead of sauce? Is it a crime
Yeah.
to Mambo Italiano?
Mambo.
Then
is
lock
that it?
me up.
Then lock me up. I'm a guilty man. Yeah. I see. What I think what happened was he was confusing like those minor complaints of him being like Italian, which is a real, maybe being a little too touchy. Italians are very warm but also angry people, so it's
Right, yeah.
It's strange. And with the other real
the
stuff,
real
it's
stuff,
like,
right?
Yeah, I don't think you're getting canceled because you kissed an old lady on the forehead. I think it's because you got a little too handsy.
Yeah. You gave Nana another helping of pasta. Oh, that's
Right,
how I
right.
am. That's how I. It's the same thing as grabbing someone's ass. It's the same thing. Do you feel? This is a fun one. I feel like, Italian American identity is like really strong in New York and a lot of America. Do you feel like super Italian? Have you been to Italy?
No.
Okay.
I'm not even like that Italian. I'm really like 25%. Like I just got the last name. But
Got it.
like my family is not Italian. Like my mom is like Irish and my dad is like half and half Italian, half English. But growing up on the South Shore, in Staten Island, you go 50% points up. Like I'm
Right.
just
Wow.
I'm just more Italian just by being around. I worked in a pizzeria. I worked.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I know the culture. It's something I grew up in.
Let me ask you
Is there-
something. I know there's a lot of Asian kids that live there because there's a good school out there, Staten Island Tech. I think
Staten
is what
Island, yeah, that's
right.
Yeah.
Now, do those Asians also AE or like what is the situation?
You get more Italian.
No, I've never met like a Guido Asian kid. No, that's never happened.
Well, you
Yeah.
go to Little Saigon. We're there. Okay, don't worry.
Oh, really? I feel like they more lean towards more like identifying with hip hop culture. You know what I mean? You
That-
see
that
some of
is
the Asian
definitely-
kids
Yeah,
throwing
but
the
there-
N-word
there-
around,
but there
you're like,
might-
oh boy.
But there might be, if you're surrounded by 20 pizzerias, I would imagine one out of every 20 kids might be like, hey, my name is Peter Kim, that might.
Hey, you want another helping of judgment, huh? Come on.
Ma,
You stick it-
it's too
Hey.
spicy, ma.
Hey,
He's talking about his fucking kimchi soup.
hey, this is a spicy kimchi. This is great. This is great. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Have I met? I don't think so. No. Actually, you know what? Maybe one kid, Danny Poon. Danny Poon was
Hey,
wearing
Danny.
North Faces, got the CZ
hell yeah.
earring. Yeah, so he owned the Chinese restaurant in Tauntonville, and he was affected.
It was like radiation.
Yeah,
he
it is
he got
like
a dose of the
radiation.
Italian radiation dose.
God
Right,
damn.
yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I love it.
I don't know. Yeah, I grew up around those people, and yeah, that's just the.
Yeah.
How hard is
There
it
you go.
not to? This was crazy. So many people get in trouble for this. It's like, is it that hard not to sexually harass people? I mean, I do it to men because that's funny because I'm
Right.
stronger than they are. I don't know why that makes me laugh. Put your hand on the shoulder and like, what are we doing? But you don't do it to a lady.
Yeah, come on.
Come on, that's not funny.
Do it to me and Fumi, because
I
you raised
have,
us.
and I
You
will.
did.
That's
Yeah,
see, that's
you
that's
have.
the kind of ball busting that I enjoy.
I like that kind
is
of
like
ball
like
busting.
over
Little back massage.
overt love. Like it's
Yeah.
it's funny to me. Like you
Look at
gotta
me,
love
look me in the eyes.
because to me it's not a joke. I love love. Didn't get
do
enough
love
as a
love.
kid. If
I
you gotta,
was going to bring this up before. So Fumi was like, oh, I'm not good at ball busting. And it's like, well, on the opposite side, too. Mike, you ever try to give Fumi a hug?
Oh no! I know not to do that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a robot. I try to like hover. I'm like, hey pal, it's good. We had a connection today, yes. And he gives you like very. It gets very.
What happens is if you try to hug Fumi and you give him enough of a hug, and then when you pull away, you realize he slipped out of his clothes, and you're just holding his shirt.
Yeah.
And you see a naked man dashing.
And he's a naked man just running. Yeah, that's Fumi.
Yeah, hate being touched. I really do.
Yeah, you hate being touched. I know, and yet I still persist because it's funny.
Because you're a Cuomo Asian, and I get that.
That's
You want
right.
You're a Cuomo Asian, dude.
You're a Cuomo Asian.
Damn.
Guilty.
Yeah. Guilty. Well, we'll see what happens with that. We'll have you back on the show to.
Also,
you're going to be our political consultant.
By the way, because we've been getting a lot of weird emails. We need to clarify. Pete is joking, right? Or are you joking?
What? Oh yeah, I'm not sure if people know we're joking.
Because we said earlier, Asian people don't understand sarcasm. He was joking.
About what?
Yes. Just
about
everything
about
we were
everything.
saying
No.
was joking.
All the Cuomo stuff.
No, very serious. Cuomo's a good man, and this is a witch hunt from the mainstream media. And if you can't pick up on sarcasm here, you got bigger problems. You got bigger problems. You got to go.
This plan backfired. This plan
There
backfired.
is a lot of that.
Go on medication.
Yes.
And congratulations, you just got signed. Congratulations, Pete. You know,
Me and Tony Hinchcliffe.
You know.
Okay.
Now we're gonna move on to this game that we like to play every time we have a non-Asian guest called Asian Tweets / What did you mean by that? And what it is, we go to your Twitter account and we do an advanced search and we find all your tweets where you mention the word Asian and we just we confront what you meant by that. How do you feel?
Okay.
And some of these tweets are old, Peter. These are like 4 or 5 years old.
Peter, you got to
better
delete
be
some of these
fucking
tweets.
ready,
not
honey.
these. I'm just saying, Twitter is purely there to ruin your day.
Yeah.
No, if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. Let it happen.
Here we go.
That's what I say.
Here we go. Here we go. Mike, go ahead.
Okay, here we go. This is from January 2nd, 2018. Trump was being stereotypical. I'm sure the size of an Asian man's nuclear button is the same as anyone else's nuclear button. Ooh.
Right. What did you mean by that?
What do you mean by that?
That was a very good tweet. Let's just get that out of the way first. Very funny.
Yeah.
I
forget the context. I forgot the context.
I forget it was like.
Yeah, he was saying something. I think about it was probably with North Korea.
Is this when he was calling him like Rocket Man and stuff?
No, it wasn't
maybe.
Rocket Man. It was something about.
I think he made a joke about like
Was
how
it Kim Jong
the button.
his nuclear button is bigger than Kim Jong Un's nuclear button.
Something right? Okay,
Yeah.
right, yeah.
Yeah,
That was a little tongue in cheek. You
Yeah.
know, hey, I'm sure it's all the same size, but maybe not. How big is your guys' penises? You guys ever measure? What do you guys?
Well,
dealing
every time I go to measure, Fumi just disappears out of his clothes and it just runs away. Once again, I can never get a good read. It's hard to get a good read. That's why I'm always trying to go to a nice Korean hot spa with Fumi, so we can.
I gotta
finally
say,
figure it out.
over the years, I've learned to love the size of my penis. It's great.
That's
Yeah,
good.
It's tight.
It's when you're a kid, you hear so many things, but just. Learn your body. Love your body.
Love your body. Right.
Love your body. Yeah, don't learn your body. That's what Cuomo would do. Don't do that. Don't learn
Let me
other
learn
people's
your
body.
Let me learn your body. hey, I can read your body like a textbook, okay? And it's telling me something.
Beautiful.
Hey,
Just kidding. I don't fucking read.
I can't read.
Oh,
I'm
come
blind.
on.
That's why I gotta feel it.
That's right. You guys invite me on so you can do the Italian voice and disparage Italian Americans. This is very unseemly.
Okay, moving on to your other tweet here. Here we go. Because I'm a vegetarian, people always ask, but where do you get your protein? I tell them this, because it's the absolute truth. From cum. Asian cum. Every morning, I drink a gravy boat's worth of Asian seed, and it makes me strong. Thank you. 10 likes, 1 retweet, 3 comments.
3
You know,
comments.
What did you mean by this?
That Asian men are more virile, and therefore, when you suck it down, you attain their essence, their strength, their warrior essence, and that's why.
What is the inspiration for this? Because this feels very like Tim Robinson, like so random. Did you see
left field.
an Asian man jerking up in a parking lot? Like, what was your inspo?
Is there an anime that we are referencing that we don't know about?
Yeah. Wait, what's this referring to?
I don't fucking know. How many years ago was this nonsense?
I
don't know.
2018,
I could tell.
Yeah.
the reason why I picked Asian seed is because you know.
We're trying
You just
to
gained 10 more followers.
we're
Very
trying to
good.
be woke and try to undermine sort of the the Asian
do
men
that.
aren't desirable
Yeah,
thing.
there you
Is
go.
that what it is?
Right.
Like instead, I'm gonna go against I love Asian cum, which is
Right. Yeah. Exactly. A lot of people are anti-Asian cum. Not me.
Yes, that's true. That's true.
All
You're riding that wave.
Yeah.
Cum wave.
The cum.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I don't know.
I do also like that you still incorporated your own white culture by saying gravy boat worth of Asian seed.
that
Also,
unit
gravy
of
boat's like a
measurement.
funny. You know,
That's a
imagine
fun way to do it.
Yeah.
I
Like
get
a
it.
I remember
cum
that.
and it's like sloshing over. You're like, oh my god.
Yeah, it's like it's getting all over the table because that thing never, the spout isn't ever perfect. Yeah, I get
Right.
it.
That's so much
know,
cum.
too
That's
much.
so
It's
much
so
cum,
much.
man.
That is a
Jizz,
lot of
man.
cum.
Just oh my god,
is a
that's
lot.
Wasn't cheap.
You think it's just one? You think it's you think it's one guy's cum, or did you have like a group?
Many.
Okay, because just
Many different Asian
It's a
countries.
gravy boat, right?
for-
It's a lot of different ones. Yeah.
Laos.
How many listeners do you think we have left, Fumi? We by now. 2?
I mean, I gotta
What do you
say,
get-
I think we lost half with the comedy talk, and now with the Asian cum talk, we probably have like one.
Do you guys not talk
it's,
about
it's just
cum that
Michael
much?
Luo.
Yeah, Michael Lewis left. Surprisingly little amount. We should probably have a segment just called "Gravy Boats of Asian Cum."
Asian cum. We don't talk about Asian cum enough.
We
Do you
don't
think
talk about it
Do you
enough.
think? Okay, you know how like Asian people have different earwax.
Oh my
that
God!
true?
Here we
Do you
oh
think
my, yes, it's
Asian
true.
people's cum look
Wait,
different?
how's it different?
It's the only way to find out. My little
Everybody
friend.
get out your
okay?
dicks.
Everybody,
Wait, so
send
Peter,
your samples to our PO box.
or email us at Asian. Take a picture and put it on your Instagram stories.
No, we need an analysis. Okay, we can't just go on photos. Okay.
Yeah, Asian people's earwax are different from white people's earwax, and so
But in what way?
So white
Some
people,
of us
it's like honey.
Some is waxy and some is dry.
Mine
So
is
we
like-
actually, yeah.
Yeah, mine
ahead, Fumi.
feels like
Flaky.
like sugar. You ever stick your hand in
Flaky
sugar?
and
Granules.
granular. It's
Granular, yeah.
Mine is more waxy and I don't know. But that means that I'm a smelly Asian because of that. I'm
What?
a smelly person.
It's related
Yes.
to your it's related to your like testosterone levels and like how you smell, your body odor.
What? This is
Yeah,
so crazy.
Yeah. So if you want my cum is going to be a little bit more testosterone-y. Okay.
Yeah,
you like
yeah,
that?
yeah,
You
yeah,
know?
I
yeah.
want Mike's cum.
You
I
want
want Mike's cum.
if you're looking for something a little bit more femme, you're gonna want to come to me.
Yeah,
You're
you
gonna
want
wanna
something
come-
Help
more.
Fumi.
I'm the THC. He's the CBD.
Hey,
All right,
mine's
it's gonna be a
legal
little
though. Mine's legal. Mine's cum is
Yeah,
legal.
that's
This
right.
is
Fumi's
so
more of a head
gross.
high.
Oh, well, that was completely worth losing all of our followers for.
Right, and
because
we're
it
gonna
was
lose.
super
We're gonna go
fun.
down to negative listeners with this next game. This is our final game before we let our guests go.
Okay, here we go.
This game is called Asian Not Asian, and what we do is we go through some of the things that we talked about this podcast, and you let us know, Peter, if it's Asian or not Asian.
So, yeah, we're gonna play this game. There is a right or wrong answer.
Yes.
And we will be judging this. So, are the following things Asian or not Asian? You gotta say if it's Asian or not Asian, then why. Okay, you ready to play?
All right.
All right. First one: being Italian.
I'm gonna say
yeah.
Asian.
Why? We
How
agree.
come? How come?
Noodles. A lot of pasta.
Oh!
Put that there.
Yes.
Well, we're connected.
That's a yep.
Marco Polo.
That's-
Hey,
Marco
shouts.
Polo.
You're right. You're right. That's
So I'm
that
gonna
it
go
is.
Italian, also Asian. So therefore, I kind of belong on this podcast. So I'm not necessarily the first white.
Yeah, no, you're right.
You're
I'm
Marco
so
Polo
glad
Asian.
to have
Shit.
another Asian American on the show, Peter. So this
It's
is
nice to
wonderful.
be here.
All right. You got a point for that one. All right. How about you, Fumi? You going to go with this one?
Gravy boat worth a cum.
Oh, gravy boat worth the cum. For me personally, it has to be Asian. Only Asian.
It's not even a question. It has
not
to
even
be.
a question.
Why even go through all the logistical issues if you're not if they're not gonna be Asian?
I have
No,
the-
'cause it's
why
a
have
little
the boat?
drier. 'Cause it comes a little drier.
Right, it's
and that's why
it's
a
like
little
sugar.
flakier.
It's
Right, it's like
flakier.
sugar. So
It's a flakier
put it in your
one.
coffee. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Put in your Thai iced tea.
it's-
You know,
put
whatever you
Put
want.
in your Thai iced tea. it dissolves better. I don't know if people knew that. It's better.
And that's just what I like.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
there
no
you go.
kink shaming. If you like, viscous semen. Yeah, everyone's stopped listening. But you know
Yeah,
what?
okay.
We had
Stop
fun.
listening.
Okay.
We
Okay.
had fun.
All
We
right.
had fun.
All right,
All
Mike.
that
Why don't
matters.
you round it out with the last one?
How about how was this? Is the following Asian or not Asian? Tony Hinchcliffe.
Oh, not Asian. Not Asian. No, I'm gonna say he's anti-Asian. Yeah, he's a fucking piece of shit. I don't understand too. Like, you see the video, right? He comes out standing ovation. How are you still mad? You just got a standing ovation, and he's like threw all this vitriol all over the crowd. You're like, this guy's a piece of shit. Tony Hinchcliffe, and he's not funny too. It's like I hate that's a white guy you should hate. Like, very slender, the blonde hair, he's like well bred, and he thinks he's like persecuted, and it makes you want to fucking puke, Tony Hinchcliffe. What kind of name is that? What is this? It sounds like a fake name. Hinchcliffe. It's just like that's like rich waspy name. So
I heard
God.
He did
Not
something.
Asian.
This is something really funny that he did. I heard from again LA gossip because I'm a LA Asian now. Apparently, when he released his comedy special, he posted an Instagram grid post of one of those billboards with his special on it, but it was photoshopped. And people were like,
what a herb.
People were like, hey man, I think this is photoshopped. And then he wrote, I'm just kidding. That's what isn't that insane? But that's
more classic Tony Hinchcliffe
yes,
humor.
those are his jokes.
Yeah,
It's saying fucking on in front of a 1,000 people, and then a badly done Photoshop of his fucking comedy special that was released on. And he also called it like I think he called
caution,
it like no.
content under pressure.
No, he called it like one shot or something because he did it in one take, but you're supposed to like in comedy, so I don't know what. Yeah.
You know what he needs? Tony, you need a gravy boat worth of Asian.
Yeah, get that man some cum. Get that man some cum. He's weak.
Jizz.
He's weak.
It changed me, Look at me. Look at
no longer slender. So yes,
Right.
No longer slender.
Robust.
Oh, Uncle
wow.
Pete. Uncle Pete. Thank you for doing the show,
Pete.
man. This was quite the journey. I'm going to have to edit quite a bit, but this has been quite the journey.
You think?
And you were great. Thanks for doing
having me.
it. Thanks for doing it. This is amazing.
You guys are
This is
the
amazing.
best. And I miss Fumi already, my sweet boy. But he'll be back
You
soon.
raised
Sure.
me.
You raised me.
I raised my sweet boy.
Where can our fans find you in your work, Peter?
Where? Instagram, TikTok, at Peter_Revello. REVELLO.
Wait,
There
is
you
it
go.
Rev?
Love
I thought
it.
is it Revello? I thought it was Revello.
It doesn't matter. I'm gonna learn my fucking name. Who gives a shit? I should have changed it. But you know what? It's too late.
There you
too
go.
late.
That's that energy. That's an Uncle
All
Pete
right.
energy.
As always, you can follow us on all the social media platforms at Asian.AsianPod. I am also on there at the Fumi Abe. That's TheFumiAbe.
And you can find me on Instagram at Nice Pants Bro.
Please check out our Hack City Comedy Show. The next one's August 21st. And the one after that is when?
August 21st. And then I believe, hold on here, it is going to be September 9th.
September 9. It's a Thursday? Oh,
It's a
interesting.
Thursday.
Okay.
It's a Thursday because that's like the earlier slot. It'll be a good show. It'll be a really good
Nice.
show.
Thursday, September 9th. So I think by the time this comes out, 21 has passed. So go check that out. There will be a ticket link in the episode link and all that. Join our Patreon at patreon.com/Asian.AsianPod to give us your goddamn money for bonus content. Rate, like, subscribe, smash the like, whatever it's called. Check us out on YouTube. I think that's it. Peter, thank you so much. You're something.
guys.
Hey, you're something. I'll tell you that much. And
Yeah,
Anals, we'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.